did you know that the environment that you grow up into is the reason that your life is this today? So if you did not know this, stay tuned until the end of this video. I'm Ain Amuniera and welcome to Podcast Meets Ain. Today's topic is, did you know that the environment that you grew up into has an impact of your life today? As many times parents, guardians, people growing up, we do not know that as a child that we are raising, or we ourselves that were raised, that the environment that we actually grew up into is the reason that our lives are today like this. I'm not talking about the community that you lived in, but I'm talking about the house, your surrounding, the atmosphere that you grew up within. You see, a child that has been grown from 0 to the age of 3 years. This child is in the stage whereby this child is learning emotion, feeling, and expression. At many times you will see the children, they will be crying, but actually they are hungry, but they do not know how to express that hunger. They will be looking at you, weighing in their underwear, but they are looking at you. That is their form of expression. They want to express their feeling, but they do not know how to start. So in that period of 0 to 3 years, a child is in the process whereby they are learning to express their feeling, emotion, and their self-being. From the age of 4 to the age of 10 years, this is the age of recording. I call it the age of recording. So it's like a camera. Let me say it's like a tape. You're placing this tape on recording, you are playing record, you are recording, and there will come the time whereby you have to play the tape or recording. And everything that you've been recording will be playing. So from the age of 4 years to the age of 10 years, this is the dangerous state, the stage of recording. And this is something most parents and most people, they do not know. So at this age, it's whereby this child is learning, it's recording from the environment, it's recording the speech, it's recording how to live, it's recording how to eat, they're recording how to express, they're recording. And this is the dangerous stage, it's the danger zone. The reason why I'm saying this is the danger or dangerous zone is because this will determine which kind of person you are raising for the future, which kind of person you will be giving to the community, which kind of person you will be giving for the future. This is the danger zone. Most of the time, most parents, let me say parents or guardians, let me say guardians because most people did not grow up with parents, but most time the guardians, you will be swearing around a 5-year-old child. You will be smoking around them, you will be drinking, you will be fighting, you will be insulting around these children. You will be beating your wife, you will be beating your husband, you will be disrespecting one another within the household. And you say, no, this child is small. They will forget. This child is small. They don't understand. But this child is actually recording. This child is recording. If we have people today that are beating their wives, they say it's normal. My father did it, my grandfather did it, it's normal, I'm the man of the house. Because this is the stage, this is what you have planted. If you see a wife today, she can't respect any man, it's because where she's grown up within, the mother did not respect or the guardian did not respect any man. This is the type of person you are preparing for the future. This is the type of person you are preparing to give in the community. If you see a 15-year-old child, she's wearing short, she's working with on the street, you're insulting this child. You're saying, no, she's prostitute or this child don't know how to wear, she's mannerless, can the parents. But for me, I won't blame this child. I'm blaming the environment. This is the type of plant we've been seeding, we've been planting. It's like a plant. You are sowing a seed, then the plant comes out. But if this plant is lacking mineral, vitamin, or water, this plant, at the age of where this plant is supposed to be, the height, the length of this plant, it won't be reaching. For example, for a week, the plant is supposed to be this height. But now the plant is this height. It's not the fault of the plant. And this plant can go back to become a seed again, to be grown again. The person did not take care of this plant. So that person has to take a decision and start to give more mineral and vitamin based on what the plant was lacking for it to grow, for it to be healthy. It's the same way with us. Our parents, our guardians lacked to grow us up in the state of who we're supposed to be. You can see most of the people I admire, most people, I won't mention them due to their profile, but you can see these people. If you see your daughter is growing up, she's at the stage, she has a doll, right? So she opens up this door, she's opening up this door, she's fixing it again, she wants to fix this door. That is a doctor automatically. This child is interested in those things. So once you see the talent of your child, what can you do? Grow the child up in an environment of doctor environment. Buy the child some books, buy the things that she will be needing, even though it's toys, but she's practicing home. So in the future, we have a guarantee. No, we have a doctor for the future. But what do? You beat, you slap, you insult, you order. The child don't have a say. They don't have a time of expression. That is the type of person we will be given to the future. Most men, they say, if I don't sleep with a wife, I'm not a man. It's not because it's from themselves, but it is the way, the environment that they grew up within. They've recorded it. If a man does not sleep with a wife, they are not a man. So when they grow up, that is what they will be doing. They have to sleep with more than 5 people. And that is what their children will be doing. It's something that is going on and on and on. And that is the reason why our lives are like this today. That is the reason we don't understand. I'm trying to do this, but at the end of the day, it's not working out. But it's the reason where we are coming from. The environment that we grew up within. A person has anger issues. It's not because the person is being provoked every time, but as this anger is within. You grow up, you recorded that anger, you could not express that anger out. So you have to keep it within you. If you want to cry, they say keep quiet. If you cry, I'll beat you again. So you are keeping that emotion within. So once you grow up, you start to express that emotion. You start to play it because you've been recording it. You start to play it. Any simple mistake, you start to express anger. You start to blow out. It's like an atomic bomb. You start to explode. Then they say, no, you have anger issues. You have to go for rehab. It's because you've been recording it all this while. You've been recording it all this while. You did not have the time to express it. That is the reason we should know that between the age of 4 to the age of 10 years is the age of recording. Know what you are doing in the midst of this age group. Know what you are saying. Know how you are acting in the midst of this age group. So from the age to 11 to the age of 18, 20, let me say until it goes, this is the time whereby it will be blank. The age of blank. The recording that has been recorded will start to play. This is the time you see that people start to have anger issues, start to fight. Some become prostitutes. Some get children at a young age. And this is a big negative impact upon the environment, upon our communities, upon our youth today. But it's not the problem of the youth, it's based on what they have been recording. If I take wood and I curve it out, I make a cross or I made a boat out of this wood. It remains, it is what I have created. So it is what we are creating that the youth has become today. I walk in the street and I see youth fighting, smoking, drinking in the bars, and parents are crying. No, it's not time to cry. It's what you have curved. But I won't blame parents because they did not even know. They even grew up in that same state. I watched one interview on YouTube. The daughter, sorry to say this, but it's for a learning purpose. The daughter was raped 2 times. Let me say 3 times. No, 1 time. The daughter was raped 1 time. So she came to her mom and said, no, mom, I went through this situation. I was raped, this and this and this. And the mom did not show any form of empathy for her daughter, or sympathy, empathy or sympathy, none of that, none emotion. She was like, okay, so what do you want to do about that now? And the daughter was crying her eyes out. She's like, what do you mean what I want to do about this now? I just told you. The mom like, you're talking about you were raped 1 time. That's nothing. I was raped 3 times. It's normal. You see? So I can't be blaming the mom. And I can't be blaming the daughter. You see, the mom went through the same phase of the daughter. The same situation. But the way her situation was handled, she has recorded that within when she was young. She came to her parents, they gave her the same information, so she recorded that. And once she grew up, her daughter went through the same phase and she has to give the same information. Because her herself was in that, she caught herself in the situation. But she did not have anyone that could give sympathy or empathy to her. So I can't be blaming the mom because she's also a victim. Like the daughter is a victim. See, these are the kind of things that we should look at before we give our hands or before we show our fingers to the youth or to our parents or to guardians that, this person, but we should look at the environment whereby we are coming from, the environment that we grew up within, the environment whereby we've been recording. What were you recording that is playing out today? What were you recording? You have depression today. Depression comes from recording. It's something within internal. You've been recording, you've been sleeping, but you've been crying from a young age. So you record that emotion, you've recorded this. So once you grow up, depression starts to kick in. This is the thing that we are not talking about within community this day. But we are blaming the youth. I won't be blaming any youth. I won't be blaming any guardian. But I will be speaking my point of view for us to see what can we do for our environment to be a place of preparing the leaders of tomorrow. Our environment should be a place where we are planting a plant that will be giving oxygen, life in the future. Where we are curving the wood and we are creating something that will be useful. That is what we should do. So that is the age. From 18 years, you see, from 11 years, 12, 13, 14, 15, it can go on. Until 25, they start to play it out. They start to play it out. They start to play out. Many times until the age of 30, they start to play it out. Unless they start to come to a conclusion that everything I've been doing is what I've been recording and I'm just playing it out. I'm just playing it out. You see your father hitting your mom, you start to hit your wife. But until you realize it, that what I'm doing it is based on what I've been recording, you start to take a step of realization. Many people come to the step of realization very much late. The time they're in prison, the time they're in rehab, the time they're kicked out of the house, the time they're on the street, is where they come to the stage of realization. So from the age of 30 years above is the age of realization. Many say, no, I've been playing with my youth. This is the time I have to focus on myself. This is the time I have to save money for me to have a house, because look where I'm staying. This is the time I need a husband, I need a wife, because my age is going. And this time of realization is very much late, because you've basically wasted all your resources, all your materials, you've wasted it. So at the time of realization, you won't be stable. You will be doing anything to accomplish, because you're not at peace, you're not at rest. You can see somebody wants to get married. They start to think about 5 women at the same time. So there is Catherine, there is Monica, there is who can I say, Elizabeth, there's Alicia, there's whom. These are the people that in their mind, a lot of people. So now they say, no, let me throw my CV in to Elizabeth, let me throw it to Monica, let me throw it into Patricia, to Alicia, to see which one will accept my CV. But that is not love. It's a time of realization, but you've wasted your mature. So now you just look for a way of how you can regain your time, how you can get your time back. But this is late. This is late. There is a time where you should be at rest, not the time of realization. It's a time where you should be stable, not the time of realization. But you've wasted it in your 20s because of why you've been playing out what you've been recording. But if you were prepared from the age of recording, in your 20s you would have been played out while you've been recording. So if they teach you this is how a wife should be, this is what and this, in your 20s you've been married. If they told you, no, you can't sleep with a man if he did not marry you, that is what you've been done. And in your 20s you would have been married by now. You would have been married. But why are you not married? Because you played out. You don't know about that. You play out now. I have to sleep with a man. I have to get children. I have to sleep with a man in order for the man to be with me forever. Because if I have a child with this man, he won't leave me. He will be with me. But a child cannot keep any man. But you don't know that. Because you're just playing out what you've been recording. What they've told you. So this is the thing. So in the age of 30 above, you come to the age of realization. And this is very much dangerous. Because you can do anything to accomplish for you to be stable. And you can take the wrong decisions. You can take the wrong choices. Just for you to be stable. You can take any kind of job. Because you want to get money. But it's not the time for you to take any kind of job. You're supposed to be stable in what you are. You're supposed to be stable in the reason you were created, in the reason your talent. You're supposed to be stable by then. But you can take any job because you need finance. This is a problem that we have. And this is something that people don't realize. So when we come to the age of 40 above, people start to be able to, if they lost their youth, they're trying to accomplish it. You can see somebody is 60 years old. You know, when you check on YouTube, episodes like I Found Love or Age Does Not Matter episodes, the person is 90 years. You take a girl that is 15 years old, 17 years old. No. That age is not love. But both are in the process of benefit. You see? Now you are trying to regain your youth. You take somebody who's younger so that you feel younger because of the energy that they will be giving off. Why? You've wasted your time. We have wasted our time. So we try to regain it. We try to make a picture, an image for ourselves. 40, 50 years, 17-year-old child. You see, he's wearing nice, she's wearing what? Not only the man, also the woman. She's wearing nice. You want somebody younger that can be your baby. Your baby. But why? Because you need that. You want to create a picture that you are still young. You need that energy from that person to make you feel that you are young. Because somebody your age group is not in the time to play around. So this is what we should know. The environment that we grow within, what impact does it have upon our life? What have you been recording that is playing out today? What is that? Think for yourself. This podcast is where we speak about life, where we learn. So, I'm not going to speak furthermore, but this is the first episode of Podcast Meets End. So thank you for watching this podcast. Make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe this video. Comment down below what you think you were recording within the period of years. Share your story with us and we might speak upon that and use it as an example in the next video. But we won't be giving your profile, so you are safe with that. We won't be speaking your name whatsoever. So thank you guys for watching this podcast. Make sure, please guys, share this video for somebody that really need this. And thank you. I'm Ain Amuniera, and that is it for today. Be blessed and bye.